Hello everyone, welcome to another video. It's Francesco here. So what I wanted to do in this video is do something a little different. Now I don't tend to talk about college or university a great deal, and I'm naturally not a fantastic student, but I wanted to share a few tips and tricks for when you're looking to go to university or college and you're thinking about ways that you can sort of prepare yourself or get ready or even excel in your university or college experience. So I wanted to share a few of the things that I did before university or college to prepare myself and get ready for when I was at university. So number one, the first thing that I did before university is prepare a list of about 5 to 10 different students. Now these students were the best in my sort of course, and they were sort of signposted around the university. So they were in different magazines, they were online, and they were even doing talks at the university. Now what I did is I actually made this list and I tried bumping into them in the first month. So I actually messaged them on Facebook, or I even just messaged them on LinkedIn, which most people use at that age in their university career. And I said, would you like to go for coffee? Because I wanted to learn from their experiences of university, what they did wrong, what they would do better, and how they would improve their time whilst they were at university. So overall, I actually found that tip really useful because I was able to get a good bit of advice in terms of business and life, but I also found out ways to improve different things across my university experience. Number two would be actually to enter university competitions. A lot of students panic and don't tend to go for these, but it's a great way for you to meet local business people, but also graduate schemes as well. So if you're involved and interested in going for graduate schemes, it's a great opportunity. You can enter those competitions, you don't necessarily have to win, but you could be a part of them. And it's also a great way for you to meet other students as well that are on similar courses, and you don't know where that's going to lead either. Number three, I recommend visiting local independent cafes. Now, I wasn't too tempted by working in the library. A lot of students do, they go and work in the library. That's great, but you're around other students and you're sort of in this bubble. I recommend going out into these independent cafes or cafes and actually just working from there for a day. Take yourself on a sort of cafe day. It's a great way for you to explore the city, but also get away and start doing some maybe intensive productivity and get some work done. My fourth recommendation would be actually to do some individual sport. Now, a lot of people at university, they jump into team sports and they only stick there. I recommend doing a run or some yoga, or actually just making sure to do some exercise with yourself, because a lot of students, they tend to eat quite heavy food like pasta and pizza all the time, and they spend a lot of time on that, and that sort of stuff doesn't get out of their system. So actually making sure that you've got the ability to run and or do a similar sport on your own, dictated by yourself, then it's a great way for you to get out there and discover the city as well. Now this next one is obviously a bit cliche. It's actually starting a blog. Now a lot of students in their university time, they don't really do a great deal with it. They maybe just sleep and do an extra bit of uni work. But after university, having something would be pretty impressive. So if you know about a certain specific thing like knitting or for example, I learned a lot about productivity apps. I started a YouTube channel at the start of university pretty much, and I slowly built it from there and I slowly built a niche out. So spend time on doing a blog while you're at university. It can be a great way for you to build up knowledge, skill, a community, and if it goes all wrong, then at least you've learned something along the way. My final recommendation would be looking at local businesses. Now, a lot of students, what they do, let's say you're a student living, your hometown's London, right? And you move to Manchester, which is, if you're an American watching this, it's probably about 300 miles away. I'm not too sure. But basically, they move there, and during those 3 years, they don't secure a job in Manchester. They'll move back to London and spend another 3 or 4 months looking for another job in London. Now, the one thing you could do while you're at university is spend 3 years in Manchester building and growing your knowledge of the area and also your expertise. So while you're there, you can actually secure a job in Manchester, and then that could be your home ongoing. Obviously, I can imagine that, let's say you build up this thing in Manchester and you actually want to move back to London. Well, you could potentially build a relationship with a branch in Manchester of the job that you want that has a branch in London. Then that helps you build up that sort of brand awareness when you go back to London, because you would have been in such good contact, or they might even be able to make contact with you in London. And that could be a really great gateway for you to get a job. Anyway guys, there are a few of the things that I would make sure to do while you're at university. Now I'm going to be doing a few more of these videos about college and university soon, including a setup video which I'm very excited to do, and it basically will showcase some of the apps and tools that I recommend and will share that I use at university and have been very beneficial during my time. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, do subscribe. Let me know in the comments whether you have any tips and tricks to mastering university or just doing a better job at university. I'd love to hear from you all. Anyway guys, make sure to have a great week, keep productive, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Cheers.